I asked a boy out to a dance, had a fun night, then he curved me. And all the stuff in between, really. Hey guys, another video. That's lip gloss, of course. Well, this, as you can see from the title, is how I asked a boy out. It was basically, I asked a boy out to a dance. It was Sadie Hawkins, so it was like kind of okay, but here. And here's the story. Okay, so the dance was coming up, and I was like, I want cute pictures, and so I had to find like somebody that was like decent, like pretty decent. So I'm looking around class, and I'm like, they're all strangers, because I really don't be talking in class like that. Even though I talk like 25-8 in class, I really don't be talking like that. It depends on the class or whatever. So I'm looking around, and we're like doing group projects, and I'm like, let's see if he's a good candidate. So I walk over to Lil John John. That's his name, Lil John John. So I walk over to Lil John John, and I start talking to him, like, yeah, he's a good candidate. And I was like, well, I'm probably gonna want to meet them. So I was like, he's meetable. And so, no like feelings there. Like I would just like, he's a good like he'd be good in pictures, you know. Like it'd just be cute, you know. We weren't even friends. We were really just strangers. Yeah, we were strangers. We talked. That was the first time we talked. And so, like a week and a half later, maybe, we only talked once. Only once. Once. So I'm like, that entire week, the week before the dance, I was like, Faith, you're gonna do it. And then he walks out, and I'm like, I go the other way. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not gonna do it. I tell my friend, oh, I didn't do it today. I didn't do it today. So then the next day, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Faith, you got this. You got this. You better follow him and ask him if you can go to the dance. So So a couple more days pass, and it's Friday. So I'm like, Faith, you need to do it, because you guys aren't going to see each other for the entire weekend, and I might forget because I have terrible memory. Okay, let me do it. So I go, so the bell rings. It's my time to shine. So he leaves, and I'm like, so I walk out, and he's walking, and I was like, Faith, you're not going to do it. But I turned, and my mouth like just took control, and he was like, Lil John John. Will you go to the Sadie Hawkins dance with me? And he was like, no, I said, will you go to Who Coming with me? And he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, in my head, I'm like, are you sure? Like, you look a little confused, like you don't want to go. And I was a little hurt, but I kind of wanted him to be truthful. And he was like, no, okay, I'll go. And I was like, I did it. I got a W. So I'm like feeling exhilarated. I really got some strength, and my body took control and was like, you're gonna do it because you need cute pictures. So I was like, okay. And so like his personality bomb. Like I was like, this is gonna be so fun. We're just gonna have so much fun. Yay. Like there was no feelings. No feelings developed. So, but me, extra me, I tell all my friends, all my 3 friends. He tells all his guy friends. His guy friends was in the next class, and he was like, so I heard you asked Lil John John out. And I was like, yeah, I asked Lil John John out. And so then like as the, this is what annoys me. So after I asked him, that day, nothing. Next day, avoided eye contact with me. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Because literally, he would just like avoid my stare. Like, so this what gonna happen when we go out to dinner before, or how's it gonna happen? So I was like, we were walking and he was in front of me and he was pretending like I didn't exist. I don't know what was going on in his brain. Maybe I've never asked him because you'll see. But my friend, let's call her Sadie. I was walking with her and I was like, I need Lil John John's number. And she's like, okay, well, ask him. I was like, I'm scared. She's like, what you gotta be scared for? It's just Lil John John. So then she's like, Lil John John, Faith needs your number. And I'm like, he's like, okay, here. I was like, so you wanna be regular in public, but when I'm behind you or you're in front of me, or vice versa, you just wanna be a mute? See, like, this is why I don't understand. I don't understand, boy. Anyways, so he gives me his number and we're talking about our colors. And we pick a color like similar to this. It's super cute. And I guess he had like super good style and he shops all the time. So I was like, cool. I was like, are you sure? Like, are you sure it's gonna match? Like, I really need you to match because I really want our pictures to be nice. He's like, all right. Okay, so we're paying for the tickets. And I'm like, okay, we can go in half or you can pay for it all. I was like, how do you want to do it? And he's like, well, I think he said, I don't know. I have short-term memory loss, but this is how I think it went. I said, do you just want to pay for it all? And he said, yeah. And then, so like, I'm like, okay, I'm waiting in the line. And he doesn't check his messages while I'm waiting in line. So I go to his table and I'm like, hey, you want to pay for it? He's like, do you have your money? I'm like, you said you'd pay for it. I said, you know what? Tomorrow we can go in half. Okay. And then, so tomorrow comes, and Lil John John, he's like, all right. He basically pays for majority of it. I'm like, you just said we go in half. Like, I wasn't mad, but I was just like flabbergasted of where his mind was. Because he's smart. Super duper freaking smart. But the whole common sense, don't know where it went. Or the following directions, the whole communication thing, not as strong suit. So the day a couple days before, I'm like, Lil John John, my mom needs to meet you and my dad. And he's like, why? We're just going to a dance. I said, well, basically, she wants to see if you were raised right because she wants to meet your parents. And she was like, raised right? What do you? I said, this is my mom. She just wants to meet you. She just wants to meet your parents. And he's like, oh, okay. He was a little like weirded out, but it's fine. And so the day comes and my dad pulls up on a motorcycle with a shirt with a rainbow unicorn. A rainbow unicorn. To basically my first date, even though like we weren't like talking or boyfriend and girlfriend, my mom just called him my first date. So we were late, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna be late, so we could take pictures like outside or somewhere. You have a cute place like that we could take pictures because the whole thing was for pictures. He was like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a couple like late because I'm getting my face finished and my hair finished. And he's like, all right, we could just take it inside. That ruins the whole plan, the whole plan. So I'm like, all right. So he's like, we don't need to take him outside, basically. And I'm like, all right. So my dad pulls up, like I said, and my mom comes, and I'm like, why are you in that unicorn costume, basically? And he's like, I don't even know what his reasoning was. It wasn't acceptable though. So we go in and they were talking and we're like, it's just really uncomfortable. Like I'm sitting like, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Lil John John, like that. And and he walks like, okay, so you know how like Cinderella walks down the stairs? Yeah, he did that. So we walked down. I don't know if it was like for dramatic effect or he would just like doing last minute stuff, but it kind of felt like Cinderella to me. I kind of want to be a Cinderella because I look cute, but yeah. And So we were just sitting there and we were like, oh, they're like, so what do you do? Oh, yeah, so what do you do? And yeah, Lil John John said they met in this so-and-so class, and yeah, and you guys only talk like once. And I was like, yeah, I kind of just wanted a date, so he was in. And so, we leave, and this junk was so funny. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm like, which one? Like, are you gonna take your dad's car or what? He's like, oh, that I have my own car. I was like, hmm, interesting. Hmm. Like, I was like, I don't have my own car, so this is pretty cool. So, we so my mom said, you better not touch one door. And I was like, okay. So I'm standing there by the door, and he gets in the car. He gets in the car without opening my door. Maybe he forgot, maybe he was just nervous. But my dad's like, you better go open that door for my baby girl. And I was like, so he's like, oh, I forgot. He comes around, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he opens it, and I'm like, thank you. I'm looking cute with my dress. I like go in like butt first, and that, cause that's how you're supposed to get in when you like in a low car. I get in butt first and swing my legs over. I feel like such a lady, like a real lady, like on my first date. I'm not gonna claim that as my first date. So then we went to Red Robin. He was like, anywhere you want to go. I was like, why can't you just take charge? And I was like, okay. And we had small talk or whatever. And then we go to Red Robin, and we see like some of our friends. We're like, he's like, do you want to go by ourselves, or do you want to go with them? And I'm like, might as well go with them. Like, it's not a real date. We really strangers that just met. It's best like a blind date, really. That's kind of what I want to call it. That's what you want to call it. And so we go with our friends and to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm just eating. I'm not nervous, but I'm like, this is so weird, because it was like a couple couples and then a couple singles, and it was just like I never experienced that, so it was just really weird for me, and I'm just like very uncomfortable. Like, he's kind of talking to his friend. Let's make up names for them. So Jade and Josh were dating. Lil John John was talking to Josh, and Jade yelled at Lil John John, was like, talk to your date and I'll talk to mine. And I was like, thank you. So we literally just like, we went to the dance, and that was fun. It was a little awkward at first, My little sister was just running around. Just, when I tell you, I've never seen her run this fast in my life, ever. She was just running, just barefoot, just running around the dance floor, really. And then like all of the hype people went to the one side and were just like dancing. It was super fun, and like everybody hyping each other up. It was just like a cool time. So so fast forward the dance, blah blah blah. Yeah. So go out. He's like, do you want me to take you home? I was like, yeah. We get in the car, and we're driving home, and then I told my mom that I'd be there at like 11, and then, but I was like, let's make a couple laps so we could just talk more, because we really didn't talk, because we didn't really go to dinner together. We kind of just were just there. So we made like laps around my like neighborhood cul-de-sac thing. Like, so what is this? And he was like, if you ever need to talk, let me know. I was like, sounds good to me. So after that night, I'm telling my cousins and my sisters, I'm like, he hits like all my entire list, because I have like a whole list. I can read it off. Majority of the things he kind of answered in like our daily, like, I mean, not our daily talk, but just our talk throughout the entire day. So I was like, what? And then his GPA was higher than mine, like higher than mine. Lil John John. Okay. And so we were just like texting back and forth, and maybe like a week later, I was like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling him, but I was just like, you're a potential. You are. You are. Like on the, I guess, the scale, his personality really like boosted him up. Like he would, no, he wasn't ugly. Like he wasn't ugly, but his personality definitely boosted him up on the whole scale, 1 through 10 scale. And so, um, one morning, I look at my text messages, and everything was cool. Like we were just texting, like just friendly, I guess. And then I don't know how, but he curved me in the nicest way possible. I honestly wish I had the messages, but I deleted them because I like to like look on past things, like what happened in the past. So I just deleted the entire thing. I shouldn't have, because honestly I would have copied and pasted that curve to curve anybody. Like whoever taught him how to curve, like professional. Professional. Like I felt like injured, but I didn't feel like attacked, you know? And I was just like, that is so nice. But let me tell you, every time after the dance, avoid my stare. Anytime anytime he would really see me, he would act like he didn't see me because he was taller than me. So he acted like he didn't see me and acted like I wasn't even a person. Like acted like I was invisible. And I kind of felt like, so that whole night didn't happen? We didn't have like tons of fun that one night? Okay, seems cool. I think that's appropriate behavior. I think that's appropriate behavior for a 11th grader Lil John John. So I'm just like flabbergasted at this point. Like, why are you acting like this? And it's still like this, like to this day. Like we're seniors, and he saw me the first day of school, and he honestly just avoided my eye contact. And maybe he didn't even see me because I'm not that short, but I'm shorter than him. Maybe he didn't even see me, but that's how he acted like the last 3 months of school and on the first date. Like, say this is me and then this is him. So like I'll glance at him and he'll just like look down. Like I don't know what his problem was. I didn't do anything to him. Like you would think that that's how I would act towards him, but he would just like he would go like this and just act like I wasn't even there. So childish, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I asked the boy out to a dance, had a fun night, then he curved me, and all the stuff in between, really. And I hope you enjoyed, actually. And let me know if you want another story time. And give this a thumbs up. Turn on post notifications so you can see somewhere down here. So you can see where, when we post, like the second. Comment what you liked about this, I guess. And I'm not going to name any names. Like, I just won't. People from my school probably will know. But I won't name any names because I just feel like you guys can look them up. So that'd be awkward. Okay, love you guys.